Okay, we're gonna try again. I ended up floating this little dude in some warm water for a while, and then just working the limbs around kind of carefully. I was able to get this joint to loosen up so I could get the legs forward like I wanted them. So let's try again. My back legs are kind of stiff now. We'll deal with it as we go. Alright, so I'm going to go again, and I'm just going to put the pin down a little bit. Pardon me. I went out for a bike ride with the kids, and the air is just a little bit cold. And it kind of irritated my asthma, but, you know. Gotta get some exercise. Bright, shiny day we've had in Ohio in a while. Alright. Okay, we're getting there. And again, I'm just going to kind of start positioning these legs where I want them, and then we'll lower the insect down just a little bit. And I have found that it's really kind of just a series of give and take, gentle, slow movements, so you don't, pardon me again, so you don't break anything. I've been sending these video links over to my neighbors, Jen and Brian, and their two boys. I thought I think the boys are, I don't know how old they are, 7 maybe, 8? And I thought they might enjoy some little beetle action, so hey Brian, Jen, how you doing? Malachi is one of their boys, and I'm terrible with names, so I apologize. Malachi, and I'll think of it. It'll come to me. Okay, so we're getting there. Pardon me again. And again, if you do break something, you know, you can glue it. You can glue things back on. It's really not ideal, but it happens, and you can fix them. So it's not the end of your bug if you break it. You know, try not to, but oh, I just stabbed myself. Careful of that. And I'm just crossing these pins, so like an X with the, I think oh, there you can kind of see that. An X with the leg in the center there, just to hold it in place so it doesn't get away. Don't want him escaping after all. Wandering off across your office. Okay, that won't happen. I'm trying to think, look how I did my other beetle. I'm going to let that leg be back just a little bit more. It doesn't hurt to go online and find a video of one of these insects walking, so you can kind of look at how you might want to position them. And see, I did break. You can see here, I broke off just a little bit of the leg there on the back. Oh, that happens. Not perfect, but, you know, I do have the one on the other side for drawing reference, so that's okay. We're not trying to make the world's best insect display. We are trying to have really good reference for drawing. And then once all this dries, we'll take the pins out, obviously. Okay, now this is a trick. I I need to get the wing open, but I also need to get this leg pinned in place. So I'm going to try to come in really low with that pin. That one probably won't be a problem. Okay. Make sure I'm not running this off its stage. Where am I? Up here. Can't tell where everything's back. There it goes. That's about where I want to be. Okay. And again, if you watch one of the other videos, they recommended pinning the bug off center because they didn't want you to pin down the elytra. I pinned mine right in the middle so the elytra could still open, and I was fine with that. You know, just kind of just gently work that loose a little bit. This bug is so the color's so neat, and honestly it's almost a shame to put the wing on, but you can still see the color, but I just love the pattern on its back. Here we go. Just looking over my shoulder at my other beetle there to see how far open I did the other one. When in doubt. Okay, it's being a pain. And I'm going to need something tallish to put under the wing. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to grab a piece of foam core. Okay, so a couple things. That was harder than I thought, finding a piece of foam core around the house. My son has this bug that he did, the cicada, and he told me we could put it in the big collection here in my office, and he gave me this board. So we'll set the insect aside for a little bit. And I also remembered the other kids' names, Isaiah and Shiloh. So hey Isaiah and Shiloh and Malachi. I hope you guys are doing well. I just saw them out on the street playing. Well, not literally on the street. So anyhow, we're going to cut this. Oh, there's the... He even kept the tag. What a good kid. All right. I call him Mini-Me. He's a dorky scientist too. And I think we're going to want one more. Alright, and then, if you remember, we needed some scrap paper, and you were always supposed to keep your passport handy in case you needed to tear paper. I hope you all listened to me about that. Alright. Hopefully we got it this time. Let's try. Can I get you to stay open? There we go. Of course I get a phone call. So these, this insect is from Phoenix, Arizona, and I've been out to Phoenix a couple times, but I've never seen one of these, and I can't imagine going for a walk and having one of these dudes land on you. I think it would scare me to death. I'm just pinning the actual foam core in place if I can, because it's moving all around the place. There it goes. Okay, let's try again. 15th time's the charm, right? And I'm just working the wing up and lifting the elytra a little bit more each time. Alright, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with that. And we'll see if that's enough to hold it. I remember last time, I think we actually had to pin right in the wing just a little bit, which isn't ideal, but the dude just kept getting away from us. And then that will dry right there. So, bummed that I broke one of the feet. One of the legs, I mean. I'm just looking for some symmetry now. Just clean it up a little bit. And, you know, these things do happen, so not a big deal. And however you pin it, whoa, however you pin it, that's how it's going to dry. And just like this one here, once they dry, they're not going anywhere. And there's really, you can use as many pins as you need, or as you have. No limit on what you want to do with these things. I do like having a collection of interesting bugs in the office, but I wouldn't want to be out catching them. How's that for hypocritical? But it's just the way I am with this situation. Alright. I'm getting there. So I just wanted to show you one for the whole way. I know it's, you know, not super exciting video to sit and watch me pin this bug down, but just to give you an idea of the work it takes to do it. It's, you know, it's not heavy lifting, but it just takes a little dedication. I don't know if you can hear the office manager in the back snoring on his little beanbag. He's quite bored. Let me see. Almost. I'd say I won't bore you with the rest of this, like I kind of do in class sometimes. I say I won't bore you with the end of it, but it's a video, so I'm going to bore you with the end of it. You can turn it off if you don't want to watch it. Sorry guys, getting a little slap happy. Let's see. Alright, I think that's pretty good. You can see the wing. Oh, that works pretty good. You can see the wing is extended, the elytra's up. It's fairly symmetrical. Probably put a little more time into it if I wanted to. Again, the one leg, part of it broke off. I'm going to pin that one down actually. It's It's not in bad shape. And I love the color. I don't know. Yeah, the color's showing up pretty well. It's this kind of like green-gray, which is really, really, I think, quite pretty. With these almost iridescent, kind of bordering on orangish, rust orange kind of spots on it. So there it is. And then this will take a few days. I would give it a few days to dry. And you can start measuring and documenting it while it's all pinned up. You can at least get, the length, the width, and start getting your preliminary sketches down. And then you could measure the legs, maybe a little bit. And then once it's dry, you can pick it up and move it around to get your measurements a little bit more. And remember, you're looking for something interesting to do as a close-up. And if I were going to pulse a close-up on this one, I would probably do the hairs on the horn here, or maybe the mouth parts down here, which are kind of interesting. And you can use the zoom on your camera, or if you really have some stuff laying around, you could make that little microscope and get a good look at them. And if none of that's an option, just do it with the naked eye and find some research online. Alright, there you go, guys.